You're back.
Indeed we are. Welcome back everyone to French Bread Plays Dragon's Crown Solo Amazon Challenge Play? I don't know. I need to think of a clever name for this series. Like Marcus did with his Lonely Hearts Club deal. You know. We'll think about it as we go. Especially because this doesn't feel quite like a formal Let's Play. It's not really a super new game. But hey, I'll think about it. Whatever. For starters, let's turn in the quest that I completed between episodes. Help the honey buzzards. And this is the art we obtained for doing so. The honey buzzard in question. An advanced detachment of orc troops had been invading the ruins and were absent-mindedly feeding on honey buzzard eggs and chicks. This resulted in a marked decline of Highland's honey buzzard population. These large avians typically build their nests in caves and ruins. They eat insects, reptiles, other birds, eggs, small mammals, etc. Their favorite foods appear to be wasps, and they will actively attack wasp nests in order to get at them. This leads to their nicknames of wasp eaters or bug buzzards. With the orcs driven off, the wasp population will likely be reined in once again. Art by Haruka Kawamura. Good on you. So the unfortunate truth, by the way, is that you can't just look at your quest and be like, hey, that's great, there's a quest there. You have to actually select the quest. I went back to the area, the ancient ruins or whatever, did the whole area, forgot I didn't select the quest and had to do it again. So, yeah, that's where that discrepancy comes from. But, hey, screw it, whatever. Now we've got 4 skill points, let's put them to use. New ability for offer is neck splitter, double jump, press down and square for a powerful downward strike. Parry enemy attacks and add temporary invincibility. Hold square right before parrying. War paint. Summon clones that unleash multiple attacks. And this is actually different from some of the other abilities in that it is an item that we have a certain number of uses for each outing, I believe it is. Similar to spells on the casting classes. Over in, oops, come on now, come on please, for me. Over in common, we gained access to nutritionist, increases the healing effectiveness of food. That's going to be a good one. That's all we have access to at the moment. First things first, we cannot get any more of Berserk, unfortunately. But we can get War Paint, which I think we're going to do. 2 points. And I think we're also going to put a point into Adrenaline. And I think we'll put our final point. We'll do plain old Vitality Boost. Alrighty. That was weird. The narration didn't make any sound. I don't recall changing anything about that, other than the fact that I've changed it to the narrator being the fighter. That's something that we have control over. I think it was a little for free DLC or something along those lines. Little cool thing. Basically, the entire cast we can now place as our narrator of the game. So, just a little extra thing. Definitely want to equip our War Paint. We can use it 3 times. I wonder if a shortcut's worth it. We can equip it 3 times per... Whoops. That's no shortcut. Oh, I see, Art. It's letting us cycle through different things. But we just put it at circle. And I believe how that works is... Yeah, we press L1 and it'll bring up our shortcuts. War paint, and now you can see we like kind of have trails behind us. And that's for a single trail, I think, at the moment, but that's going to basically equate to more hits, more damage, more awesome.
Flanked by guards, you are led through the secure castle. Princess Vivian and Prime Minister Gustav awaited you. The Prime Minister speaks a lot, in contrast to the silent princess. He asks you to swear to keep this matter secret. The royal scepter has been stolen. A witness who saw the thief described him as Tomet, a known bandit. Your job is to track down Tomet and retrieve the scepter. Also, for the sake of the kingdom, this must be kept secret. Ranni whispers that he knows of this Tomet. He's well known, and is based out of the old capital. You bow, and leave the throne room.
Can't be too great of a thief.
In order to retrieve
Everybody
the royal
knows who he
scepter,
is and where to
you
find him.
chase the thief into the ruins of the old capital.
Well, we will definitely get to doing that.
May I
But
help you?
first,
What would you like?
let's do a quick little repair.
Which
Let's
one do you
sell what we ain't gonna use, like this rebuffing long axe. They have the same defensive value, so it's all about the skill it grants. They're both basically not too impressive. Fire's probably more common than undead damage, though. Alright, and let's just see what she has to sell. Strong drought. These... Oh, the restock amount is the difference in the price. Basically, I can use this 4 times within a dungeon, and once I return back, it will replenish those 4 uses, or however many I used, from this restock amount. So once you run out of restock amount, it's a useless item. You toss it out to the curb. Let's buy one of these, though, and let's buy... And here's a little bit of a thing to compare. Some of these have a higher amount that you can take into a dungeon, but they may not have as high of a restock amount. That said, we'll go with these explosives. And let's actually set up our shortcuts properly. Let's put this as triangle. Is that not an option? Oh, this is already set to triangle, that's why it's not an option. I don't need that on a shortcut. Triangle. Put the explosives on, the strong drought on. This we will put as circle, this can be square, and this can be X. So, triangle to war paint, square to bomb, circle to heal, X to buff. Another thing to show off here
Wandering one,
is
how can
the
I
other
help
things
you?
we can do at the temple, such as burying bones,
May they rest in peace.
because we have no use for dirty adventurers. Occasionally, as it says at the bottom, you may receive an item. Praying for a miracle is another thing that we can do for ourselves. It's the Paladin's Prayer. Boosts rate of finding weapons and shields and chests. Warrior Maiden's Benediction. Boosts the rate of finding accessories. Life Protection. Increase life points by 1 when adventuring. Life points are basically your credits. When I exit here, you'll see my name has 2. Means I can die twice basically before going to the continue screen. Prayer of Prophet. We're gonna do Adventurer's Boon. I cannot remember if the price on this just keeps going up every time. We'll see as we go. For the time being, it's more EXP essentially. Score is EXP. So, actually we don't have to really run anywhere because we can fast travel to the gate. What I land on for the pronunciation of our Amazon's name? Ilo? I'm gonna go with Ilo. There's actually multiple ways to pronounce that name. Elo, Elo.
These
like
are the
Ilo.
ruins of the ancient capital city. It was destroyed following an invasion from the Northern Empire. Now, it is a dangerous place, full of dragons and wyverns.
Right. Once in motion, goblins stay in motion. Oh, that's Randy, not a goblin. Easily confusable. Sorry, Randy.
Come at me.
I'm not perfect at figuring out the orc's tells. That's why I'm jumping around so much. I really don't want to get hit in the face.
Outstanding.
Ah, well, thanks, Ronnie. Better than nothing, I say. Scorpions! Ah, fuckers. That's irritating. So, fittingly, the moment these scorpions hit you, you get a bit of poison damage. Which kind of sucks because the more damage you take, the less of a bonus we're going to get at the end of the day. By the way, very, very clear, I think, from the green lizard I just killed, that this game has a very forgiving hitbox.
It's my turn.
For, I guess, like, for judging, maybe it's more accurate to say for judging the axis on which you can hit an enemy. That's been one of my, like, long-standing complaints about many side-scrolling games, is
You find
just a
the bandit
perfectly
Tommet in a
fine
hideout in
Tommet.
the ruins, just as Ranni told you. It is said that whatever this man desires, by thievery, he can acquire. Ranni asks, "Are you Tommet, the bandit legend?" Beaming, he displays his spoils and tells the tale behind each item. When you ask about the scepter, he says, "That was indeed I," and goes on to boast exactly how he got into the castle. When you inquire further about the scepter, he deduces your true intentions and darts away. Pursue the thief, apprehend him, and reclaim the scepter.
Right. The heck was I just saying? Oh, yeah. A complaint I've had with some side-scrolling beat-em-ups in the past is having to be too accurate about what
You
plane
cannot
or
capture a
axis
target swimming underwater.
you have to be on
Watch
in
for
order
your
to.
quarry to surface.
That's very classy. The bomb gets put out in order to hit the enemies. Dragon's Crown's pretty forgiving with that. Ah, fish. These enemies are the epitome of irritating, though. Who thought it would be a good idea that I would just have to sit around and wait for an enemy to jump out of the water in order to attack? God. I guess I could have just skipped them, but maybe that's the point. It entices you to wait around in order to get that extra food, although it is not necessary in any way, shape, or form. Open the door, Randy.
It's my turn.
Alrighty. As you can tell, this is a little bit more involved of an area than the last one we were at. Stand back just in case it's a trap.
Simple.
That's Randy's job. We handle the combat. he gets hit by the traps. Tenacious little bastards. Crossbow. I don't really care about that. Who needs a crossbow when you've got an axe this large?
You can hear the sound of a woman crying on the other
Another
side. The
secret
wall
wall.
here seems thin enough to break through.
Try and shimmy our way in here. Completely dark area this. Filled, as it happens, wow, with stun-locking skeletons. Okay, fuck off. The reason, by the way, obviously the narrator just talked about sound of a crying woman. But as you're gonna see, no such woman presents herself here.
Voila! What?
That's a lot of skeletons. See if we can't deal with them a little bit. Ah! Face shot. Fuck off, you! I was gonna say, oh my god. Wanted to deal them a little bit smarter than usual. I have a theory that maybe if I use the power slam, I can kind of disperse them. And then from there, I can get my combo going. In truth, it's probably better to use something like an item that instantly gets me rage build or something. That. Tells are there. Tells are definitely there. It's just about me paying attention to and reacting to them. Have Randy open that up for us. Ain't afraid of scorpions.
Done.
That's a crappy treasure. Well, maybe a little bit of overkill. You can see, Amazon has quite a bit of martial fluency even without her axe. I think that's especially true due to the nature of Berserk. Just getting that speed and attack boost regardless of the fact that she's not wielding her trusty axe. I do like my clavicle. Alright. Here we have the boss of this area.
Enemies.
Big ol' wyvern. Not a dragon, a wyvern. Okay, so you can see, beat on Tom a little bit, but for the wyvern attacks, its eyes glow a little bit red with every attack, but some of the more quick and less projected ones. Think about now, should be moving on to, we'll call, yep, the second phase, where he starts calling out a bunch of buddies. Weaker buddies, but buddies nevertheless. Trying to get out of there. Problem with that is, as I think you probably saw, whoa, that was a quick attack. His buddies, oops, drop a bunch of points for us. I thought that was food. Never mind. We have to, just like using skills in Odin Sphere, we have to remember to use items more properly in Dragon's Crown.
You pin down Tomet, who is so stunned that he's actually been caught, that he cannot move. Relenting, he produces the scepter from his bag and hands it to you.
Alright, let's see what we brought in from this round.
You You have reclaimed the royal scepter, stolen from the treasure room of the castle.
Ooh, an A rank axe, huh? 9 to 19, that's not bad. Just for shits and giggles, let's appraise this. 3 to 18. Magic, that's garbage. So it looks like so far the stout Runka, or Runka, is the best thing on tap. Every now and then, okay, no. Every now and then an E rank will surprise you, but we're not being surprised at this point in time. Huh. It's not my favorite kind of item, but we'll entertain the notion. And we'll appraise this as well. Lightning resistance, huh? Alright. We shall sell the rest of these items. Bounce on back to town.
You must deliver the royal scepter to the Prime Minister at the castle.
Let's turn in this quest first, get our EXP and all that before we mess around with equipment or any of the others related items.
Once again, you are led to the throne room under guard. This time, a man stands there with a presumptuous grin. The man tells you to hand over the scepter. You tell him that you don't know what he's talking about. The man's mouth transforms into a twisted grin, and he signals his guards. They inch closer, swords at the ready.
I like the fighter's narration.
What will you do?
So, we have the choice to, you must bring the scepter to the proper requester, prepared for a battle with the guards. Don't like your odds, hand them in the scepter. It doesn't matter, spoilers, but we're gonna do the more Amazon choice here.
Fall into a fighting stance. As soon as you steel yourself a battle, the Prime Minister and Princess burst in. The Prime Minister orders the guards near you to stand down. The man twirls his cape and leaves as if nothing happened. You sigh, relieved that you didn't have to shed blood in the castle to resolve the problem. The Prime Minister tells you that man was Count Dean, the younger brother of the king. He is trying to usurp the throne. The scepter indicates the throne's heir. The Prime Minister says Dean had Tomet steal it to deny the princess the throne. The Prime Minister takes the scepter and narrows his eyes in satisfaction. He pays you for completing the request. The fairy you saved in the ruins appears before you. She seems to want to take you somewhere.
You can now go to the old tower.
The fairy leads you into an old ivy-covered tower. You find yourself in a cluttered room that seems to be a laboratory. Judging by the stratification of dust, much time has passed since anyone last entered this room.
That's a really great way to describe it, the stratification of dust.
Letters amidst the shambles indicate that a magician named Liu Kane lives here. You find a message he penned on the desk.
It's the button combination to do the bicycle kick. Sorry. Liu Kane just always makes me think, well, Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat.
Liu Kane wrote that he was off to see a magician friend named Wallace in the underground labyrinth. The fairy uses various interpretive gestures to indicate that she wants you to find him. You accept her job request.
If only we could
you head to Wallace's
get a
underground
picture of what those
labyrinth to
interpretive
look for the
gestures
magician
were.
Liu Kane.
Let's head back to the guild, though.
You're back.
No EXP bonus for main story quest. I guess that makes sense. We get that every time we complete the stage. Did we level at all? Yeah, we leveled. We have a skill point. We'll see what we can put it into. If anything new is showing up. Nothing new as such in our main set of skills, but we can level up our adrenaline a second time I think I'd rather look at common skills for the moment. Level 8 for that. Level 7 for that. Maintenance. It's a pretty useless skill. We don't care about that at all. Deep pockets, adroit hands, and evasion are going to be some of the key ones, but yeah, all right, fine. We'll level up adrenaline again. We don't like to be too low on health, but if we are, we want to fucking benefit from it. That's for sure. Plus, the art for that picture, for that skill, is really great.
You have a request.
And we have a new request to top things off. Beastmaster. For those who aren't adventurers, it is extremely rare for a human to ever encounter an elf. However, an elf shrouded in a heavy coat recently filed a request with the guild. Certain beasts have been sighted recently in many areas. A beast with giant fangs and small bipedal dragons. These are known to be special beasts that the Dark Elves used to ride. This elf believes that the fact these beasts exist is proof that Dark Elves must also still exist in this world. The task requested of you is to face these beasts and see if you can mount one as your steed. Apparently, exerting dominance over one of the Dark Elves' most formidable assets would allay this fearful elf's concerns. So, an elf is concerned about the Dark Elves reappearing. Not sure what exactly the Dark Elves ever did to the elves, but clearly there is some bad blood there. Sadly, we did not gain any extra levels,
May I help you?
so we cannot
What would you like?
equip anything new, I don't believe. Well, no, that's a complete and utter lie. We gained level at the end of the last stage, so let's see. We can now wield the rebuffing Falcon Axe, 7 to 14, 5 to 13. The ability is absolutely useless, but I will take a tighter and higher weapon damage range. As for our boots, this is damage to undead foes. This is damage from natural foes and enemy item drop rate. We're gonna go with the Trapper's boots, I think. I have more defense and that ability is not too bad. The new necklace is all around great, actually. Better than this opal necklace, anyway. So we'll take that. We'll take that action. Now we have the opportunity to actually equip many more items, which puts us in a weird place with our consumables. Let's see, these studs don't do anything for us except for a bit more defense. These bracelets don't do anything except for some defense. I think we'll stick with our consumable items and sell off the rest.
May I? What would you like?
Stout Runka. We'll get to that. Sell them all. No use in holding on to things for too
Which
long
one do you
in this
want?
game, really. I'm not gonna worry about any of that stuff either. She still just smells. She still smells. No, she still sells the small versions of said items. And by the way, I kind of like this model of axe with the barber pole kind of looking design there. Alright, everyone. I think that's going to do it for this episode. I think we're getting to just about a half hour. We may run into episodes where things move along quite a bit quicker, and if that's the case, then we'll simply do... We may just do like 2 missions at once, as opposed to only doing 1 per episode. Yeah, I might do that. But this time it worked out just fine, so I am going to cut off the episode here. We'll remember to get the quest, holy shit. We'll do our quest in between, and then we will be back for the next episode so we
again,
can
eh?
pick up the story. We will not make that mistake again. Alright, you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you join me again. And as always, peace.